Hello friends, so in the previous video we have already created the sketch. Let me show you, and now we will move ahead with the further steps, and let's complete this full model which we are creating by looking at this sketch. Okay, so our next step is this one, and while we create this line in another plane, after that we'll counter flange it. So let's start doing it. Let's finish this sketch. Okay, now we'll go with the XZ plane here. To actually go from the right view, we will counter flange this model from this side actually. Okay, so let's select the sketch, and let's select the plane. Okay, so let's have a look on our model. As you can see, uh, that this is the sketch, and this has the same length uh, of 164 mm from the origin. So let's create line first. Okay, let's intersect this line up till the middle. Okay, and let's look at the sketch first. Okay, so this is intersecting with the middle line. Okay, and we are already going ahead with this line, so let's give this a dimension first. Let's give a dimension from here to the origin. Okay, vertical dimensioning. We'll give this dimension of 164. Okay, now let's create a line at about 145 degree from here, as you can see. Okay, so let's okay, and let's give the angular dimension from here. Click on this line, and the angle of 145 degree. Okay, now we have another line over here. Okay, so let's shorten up this line. Okay, and let's create one more line. Okay, now as we can see here, this line is actually horizontally aligned with the origin point over here. Okay, so let's do that. Select this and make this horizontally aligned. Sorry, I've given the dimension. Let's make this horizontally aligned. Okay, and we have one more angle option here, that is 44 degree. Okay, so let's give this angle of this and this. Okay, 44. Okay, okay, so you can see that our line was not intersecting with this, so let's do the intersection. Let's connect this line first. Okay, or we can do one thing, we can just make one another line. You can always do like this also if you want. Okay, so it doesn't matter much until and unless we give dimension to this. So let's give the horizontal dimension for this line first. Okay, let's give it around it's 19.5 and some radius is 5 and 2. Let's assume it to be around 25. I'm giving it 25.75. Okay, it's near to okay. Okay, and this line should be vertically aligned with this line. Okay, so now we have created this and we can now counter flange it. So let's finish this, and let's select the sheet metal option. You can press Ctrl plus Shift plus M. I'm writing here for you to understand, those who are watching the video for the first time. Okay, and select this contour flange option, and select in the curve option, select the latest sketch which we have made. Okay, and the width will be 158 mm. I'll tell you the reason for this if you are unable to recognize this. Okay, so in this sketch, let me show you why it is 158 mm. If we go into this sketch, you can see this line is 158 mm. Okay, so the expansion of this whole model will be up to 158 mm. Okay, because we have created this sketch, and the maximum horizontal length for this sketch is 158, and that was also the reason for the length also 164 mm, which we took in the previous sketch. Okay, now we have to start normal cutout option. First of all, we'll cut this part, and then this part, so that we can get exactly what we want. So let's create one sketch over here so that we can make a curve over here and cut it. So let's select this and sketch option. First select the sketch and then select this. Okay, it will be much easier to locate for this software at where you exactly want to make the sketch. Okay, so let's go ahead, we'll select this. Okay, and again select the line from this point to this point, midpoint of the arc that is, and from this point, this point, from this point to this point, from this point to this point. Okay, and now let's make an arc first from this point, this point, and this point. Okay, we'll trim this arc afterwards, and let's create one last line from here to here. Okay, let's quick trim this arc over here. So let's again try it. I hope this works now. Okay, so as you can see, we are unable to do the normal cutout option here. Okay, so there might be a problem. Let's check it once. So I think the alignment over here and here, it's not matching actually. So we have to go in the previous sketch and we have to correct the alignment. We have not given the alignment relationship here. So let's finish the sketch, go over here, edit the part. Okay, and let's select this arc center and this midpoint of the arc, and let's give this vertical alignment relationship. Okay, so you can see it has been shifted, and now let's go to our latest sketch. added. And now let's check it out. Okay, so here it's giving the cutout now what we want, so give it okay. So we have the cutout left here. Okay, now let's do this cutout also. Let's sketch once again, select this, and now let's create one line from the midpoint here. Let's select this endpoint and go up to here. Let's select this line, this endpoint, and let's select this. Okay, and now the arc. And this arc. Okay, okay, and let's, so we have completed this arc also, and let's construct this arc from here to here, and let's go with this arc also, this. Okay, so I think we have to reconstruct this arc. I can see some mistakes over here, so let's construct it once again. And okay, so here's the mistake, this line should be intersecting with that point, so let's try to, okay, now we can make this arc, select this point and this point, and try to find the other point. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so it's working. So we have a cutout option here, and we have applied the cutout option here, double cutout, and it's working. Okay, so let's move ahead now. We have to cut this also. Okay, so let's see the sketch first. And okay, so we have a curve over here which we haven't done in the sketch, so we can use the break corner option from here, and give it a radius of 4.5 mm. Select this edge, so we have a break corner here, fillet type option, and now we have the remaining cutout is this part, so we'll use the unbend option. Okay, and let's unbend this, select this edge and select this face, again apply, select this edge, select this face. Okay, so we have a straight structure here and flattened surface here. Now let's again select the sketch option, and click on this part. Okay, and now you have to cut this part, so let's start creating the line. Okay, and we'll make the curve at the last. Let's do the straight lines first, and since we have to cut it like we have to cut the full part, so extend the line up to this. Okay, you can see this line is not straight, so don't worry about it, just click on this line and select the vertical option. Okay, and again let's complete this, and select from here to here. Okay, now the final remaining thing is our arc. So like this and this. Okay, now let's select the cutout option, and we have a cutout over here also. Okay, so we are ready with this also. Now the last thing which is remaining cutout is, I think, the circles or the holes. So let's see the sketch. Okay, so we have to create this structure also over here, and the cutouts are for the circles also. So let's select the sketch option once again, and or we can do one thing, we can do the cutout option for this also, as we have to create a similar ellipse type structure here. So let's do this. Now let's select the sketch first, this, give it okay. So first of all we will construct the circle same as this. Okay, again this, again this, and again here. Okay, and it's showing red sign, so let's delete it. I think the construction hasn't been done. So remember that these red lines, if you're getting these red lines, it means there are some errors. So let's expand this circle here. Okay, we have already the created circle here, so it was overlapping. Let's do this square also, and now let's use this fillet option over here. Okay, so let's select this fillet option and select trim option. So this and this, let's give it 4, and again this and this, give it 4. First let us select this. Okay, now this and this, again 4, and this and this, again 4. Okay, now it's okay, so it's working. Give it okay. So we have created holes also. Okay, now let's see it. Okay, so let's move ahead from here, and let's see the sketch. So here we have this hole, these holes, as you can see in this. Okay, they are at 30 mm distance, and at 12.26 and vertical distance from the origin. So let's create this also, and this middle hole also. Okay, dimensions of these holes are also given here, so let's create it, and again we have to select the options, sketch, select this. Okay, so we have to create one circle over here first. Let's do that. And let's give it the value of 12.75. and make sure that it's located in the middle. And if you are not sure about it, just select the middle line of it and give the vertical alignment. Okay, so yeah, and now we'll go with this small circles. They are of 7 mm, so radius 7 mm, and let's this, and again 7 mm. Now let's give a horizontal distance between them first. Make sure that they are vertically aligned first, and let's give it 30. Okay, and they are located at 12.26 distance vertically from this point. So let's give the vertical distance of 12.26. Now as you can see, this also moved with this part, so it shouldn't have happened. That means it has relations with this circle, so it should not have happened. So make sure that you delete these relations. So let's see what is the relations. Or if you are confused with this, so don't move ahead, otherwise it will further create problems in the future. So just let it go and make the new circle and another circle. Again make sure they are horizontally 30 mm distance, and make sure they are horizontally aligned, and select this point. So it's moving. Don't worry, there are some relations I think which are constructed over from there, so don't worry about that point. Let's construct another bigger circle over here. Give it the dimension of 12. Okay, and make sure it is again vertically aligned. Okay, so here we are with this sketch also, and now one more. This we have a dimension of 30 and 24, so it's pretty easy to make. Let's create one square of width 30, height 24, or width 24 and height 30. Okay, that was the dimension. Now it has some dimension distance from this point to this point also, so let's give that distance also. Let's select the midpoint and select this point and give the relation. So let's give it distance of 30. Okay, so let's look at the sketch now once again. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty made, and we are good to go. We can do the fillet here also, or we can do the break corner option also. It depends on you. I'll do the break corner option here. So again, there are no issue in the lanes. Okay, so select the normal cutout, and here we are, and let's do the break corner option for this. Select this. This was 30 mm, so sorry, 24 mm, so let's select 12 mm radius, and select this corner. Okay, it's pretty easy to do this also instead doing in the sketch. So there are no sketch related errors which we have seen in the previously in this video only. Select this edge. Okay, so we have completed this also. Now let's do the flange wherever they are mentioned. It's mentioned over here also, the flange. So let's start with the flange. Now you have to flange this also and this also. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so let's flange it, and we will select the advanced flange option over from here, and let's select the edge first. Let's select this edge, and here we are with this flange. We'll give 5 mm depth to this. Okay, so click on OK. Again we will be doing this flange also as mentioned in this. Okay, you can see the edges that are banded over here, so let's do this also. Use the flange option again, and select this edge, and select, sorry, we have to select the advanced flange option. Okay, so here we are. Let's reverse this. Okay, so difference between the advanced flange and flange is that advanced flange actually uh, smartly takes over the edges which are required to be flanged together, so it is actually very handful when used, so remember that. And now let's look at the sketch again. Okay, so we have to give this feature also. It will be given by gusset option, so let's select the gusset option first, and what is that option I'll show you. First let us rebend it so that we can move ahead with the model. Okay, rebend from here, and again from here. Okay, and now the gusset option. So as you can see here, the flanged side has the backward portion of the gusset option, and we can see here. So let's make it. First of all, we have to select the datum plane according to it, so that we can construct, we can select the plane in the gusset option. Let's select the datum plane option. Let's select first this exact plane, and let's select a point over here, or we can give a distance also. If you are unable to look at it, you can just expand it by clicking on it, and you can see that how far it is from the actual by rotating the model. Okay, so here it is around at a correct distance. So let's give it okay, and let's select one another datum plane in reference to the first datum plane, reverse it. Let's give it dimension of 40 mm. Okay, so let's select the gusset option. Again, I'll show you gusset option from here. Okay, it is mentioned in the more option also, and here also you can see that, but you can always go from here also. So select the face first. Let's select this face, and select the plane. Okay, so let's select the datum plane of this side. Okay, depth will be 5 mm. Let's select the round option from here, and rest of the things are pretty same. Okay, let's see if we reverse it. Okay, so it's done. Let's do this on the other plane also. Click on apply, select the face once again, select this datum plane. Okay, and so it's giving us error. Let's see what is the error actually. Okay, so let's apply. Again, we have to do on this bottom part also. Again, select the face from here, select the plane, apply. Again, select the face, select the plane, apply. Okay, so you can see our model is ready and good to go according to the sketch. Okay, so here we have made this whole model according to the sketch, and it is pretty same. Of course, you can give some break corner also, like here we can give, let's give it break corner over here because it was mentioned radius of 5 mm. Let's give it here. So it is complete. You can see there, I've mentioned that in the previous video also while making the sketch, that we can always use the break corner option for the perfect curves. Okay, you can hide the datum plane so that it doesn't become hindrance in your sight while looking at the uh, model, and you can always hide the sketch. Let's hide all the sketch. Select, you can select simultaneously by clicking and pressing the control key, and select all the sketch option which are mentioned over here. Okay, let's hide them. One more thing which is remaining is the fillet option. Let's check. So you can see these are the curves actually, so they need to be like break. So we'll use the break corner option both here and here. So let's do it now only. uh, Select the break corner option, and here we have already done it, so let's do it here. We'll select this edge and let's give it 12. Similarly we'll select this edge also. Okay, so now the model is finally completed. Let me bring this in the middle so you can see that. Okay, now there may be few mistakes and few left outs. As we can see, it's almost completed and it's finally done. So these are the basic structure which are to be prepared, keeping in mind the industrial sketch uh, point of view, and how to give the reality to the given sketch, give them a shape so that they can be uh, useful to the from the manufacturing point of view. Okay, so here we are completing the video, and feel free to comment, and you can suggest like anything if you find correction. So suggestions are always welcome. Till then, thank you.